And 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Welcome back to the Peter Walsh Show. Hello, baby. Can I really do that in a sleazy voice? Well, hello there, honey bunny. Do you like me, baby? Yeah. I can hear sirens already coming to my house. Look, oh dear Lord, look at this creepy motherfucker. Okay, guys, well, today we're going to lighten the load here. There's been a couple of episodes where, well, I hope we haven't got too hot and heavy with relationship issues or any other stuff. But today I really want to make sure that, you know what, if there's any single people out there, you should definitely feel better after hearing these stories what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so where do we start? So, as many of you know, I have my social media following, and now look, some of you mightn't know, so I'm just going to go through it quickly and apologize to anybody who's heard me say this millions of times. So I'm helping people with relationship advice, trying to help as much as I can. I'm certainly no expert, and a lot of people are emailing in their issues, right? And I think, and I feel really grateful and I'm thankful to a lot of people because when somebody contacts me on email, they tell me their situation, and I think a lot of people are very open and they trust me that I'm not going to, obviously, number one, and I never will, is reveal their name. It's all private, and and so I think there's a safety net here for a lot of people. And guys, if you are listening and if you have some issues, text me or email me anytime you want. Peter@thepeterwalshshow.com. Peter@thepeterwalshshow.com. And guys, like, there's a lot of pain right now at the moment. There's a lot of fucking pain, and if you're single, you're not in a bad place right now. Believe you me, I can tell you this. Many of you know that I'm doing this dating stuff on now. Where I'm doing this dating stuff, right, is obviously the podcast here, but obviously I'm speaking on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and where else? And LinkedIn. Okay, and also I've created these 5 Facebook dating groups, as many of you might know or may not know, and it's all based on your age, right? And I can tell you guys, I'm seeing, like, I have to say, I've got a pulse on the relationship scenario, the relationship dating life right now. I really do. I can see all this bitchiness, the moaning, complaining. Like, a lot of people love to have a relationship, but do you really want the relationship? Because I tell you now, guys, right, if you're single and you're listening to this, I can tell you this for a fucking fact. There is people that are in relationships right now, and they're bitching and moaning and complaining about their other half, their partner, right? They don't know what to do. Now, to be fair, I'm not on about my actual listener. The people that contact me, right? There's a few that are bitching and moaning and they're ungrateful and 100%, right? And I don't want to, dish them. But there's the people that are contacting me are telling me that their partner, not them, that their partner's bitching and moaning and complaining. I mean, it's just fucking... Guys, it's a battle zone right now. Honestly, it's a fucking battle zone, war zone, whatever you want to call it. It's unbelievable, like. And here's what I've done today. I'm breaking down, in the last 2 months, I've broken down, and I'm actually going to call out the top 5 worst dating scenarios that I've seen so far, right? And I'm going to call them out here. That's right, the top 5. And now, guys, just to give you a bit of more of a backstory here, paint the picture for you a bit more, right? I'm doing about 50 posts a day on social media. In other words, I'm creating about 5 or 6 different videos based on what people have asked me about advice, or they want me to ask the followers, you guys out there, what you guys think. So it's not all about me, my opinion. No, not at all. We're trying to get everybody's opinion sometimes. And I've created hundreds of these videos probably hundreds of videos in the last few months. I can't exactly count. I'm tired now today, but there's been a lot of videos over the last few months. All right? And I've got my top 5 here for you. And I think after this, you're probably going to feel happy that you're single. You know, of course you want to meet somebody. You know, of course you do. Right? But, you know, if you're down to the dumps about being single, well, fuck me, guys. It ain't the worst thing in the world. So, let's get to it. Okay, coming in at number 5. Right? Now, by the way, sorry, just before I go off it, you're probably annoyed right now. I'm stalling. These aren't exactly necessarily the worst stories in the world, just so you know. Okay, you might go, well, that's not bad. It's not too bad. But I'm going to explain why I think these are in my top worst 5 as I go through. So coming in at number 5. Boyfriend's dad is a racist. Now this was a fucking beaut, guys. Jesus Christ. So there's this Asian girl dating an Irish guy. And she, from what she tells me, that she's, you know, she even has an Irish accent. She's been here most of her life, right? But, you know, she's Asian, right? So she's obviously darker than a white person, okay? So, she was with the guy for 8 months, okay? 8 months. Now, they are actually officially boyfriend and girlfriend, okay? They're not dating. They're not, you know, all this crap, and they're still with each other for 8 months. They are officially boyfriend and girlfriend. So, the guy brings his girlfriend around to his parents' house one night. And when he gets there, before he introduces her to the parents, he says, listen, I got something to tell you. My dad is a little bit of a racist. Now, can you imagine this scenario, right? And look, guys, if you know, I'm really fair to men and women, okay? I'm not one of these male feminist fucks that agrees with everything a woman says, but I'm going to lean on the woman's side here. A guy, even if a girl did this is horrendous. When you get to the house, are you kidding me? She's got no time to fucking prepare. Maybe she actually wouldn't have gone to the house, because why waste your fucking time if the father's going to be a racist? I mean, can anybody who's listening, would you go to the house if somebody was racist? I don't think I would. Like, if I was dating an Asian girl or a black girl right now, would I go to the house that the parents are racist? I mean, it would have to be a big fucking effort and special scenario that I would, if I knew beforehand, right? You know, if it's really important to my girlfriend, well then, okay, but, I mean, if it's that important, well, why the fuck am I going to go over and be frowned at or frowned upon? Do you know what I mean? So, like, it would have to be a very special scenario, and I'm sure you guys listening, you probably think the same, right? But anyway, so, you know, she meets the dad. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get too much information. Now, she gave me an update, and she said they're still with each other. She doesn't call to the house anymore with him, and he's asked her every now and then, and he's finally getting it through his head that, okay, I have to accept that she's not going to come to the house. Well, hang on a second. Back up there, camper. You've got to accept that your dad is a racist. That's where the problem's coming, not from her. Okay? Like, this one really pissed me off, because when she gave me that update, you know, oh, he's finally accepted that I'm not going to go there. Like, oh, it's her problem? Really, asshole boyfriend. I'm sorry now, even if you are listening, I'm not going to name her. But I'm sorry, but that's... And maybe he's not an asshole, right? But I don't know, you know. I don't know all the information in their relationship. But that's a real... Okay, you know what? It's a real dickhead thing to do. You know? Oh, well, look, you know, I'm going to have to accept that that's just the way she is. No, dickhead. You've got to accept the way your dad is. And she's in an incredibly difficult spot, right? She obviously wants to be with you. Right? And I'm sure you're a great boyfriend and everything. She wants to be with you. But now she's got to balance your dad's problem. Okay? Listen to me now again, my man, if you are listening to this. your dad's problem, not hers. All right? So guys, that's coming in at number 5. And, if you are listening, by the way, I'll just call her girl. My heart goes out to you. I love you. Thanks for contacting me in the first place with this whole thing. And I love all of you guys, everybody that emails in, because you obviously want to help. You're reaching out. You trust that I can help as much as I can, and the followers as well, because, this isn't about me. This is all about the followers too, because the followers are involved here as well. So, followers, I love you guys as well for giving your feedback every day, seriously. So guys, that's at number 5. All right, so this is an interesting one. Number 4. A chef is not allowed to cook for his girlfriend. Now, maybe that's a bit strong when I say is not allowed, but hear me out. Jesus Christ. So there's this chef guy. Okay, he contacted me, and he was saying that he works in this busy restaurant. I think it was a restaurant, or maybe a restaurant in a hotel. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. So he works in the restaurant, and like, I've heard the horror stories that, some of these chefs, it's a really stressful job, but some of them come home and the last thing they want to fucking do is cook, right? I can understand that. Of course, why would you want to cook? You've been cooking for fucking 12 hours or whatever it is. But this guy actually loves to cook, and he wants to cook for his girlfriend. So they're living together. Now, I never got how long they're with each other, but, well, they must be with each other for a while. Anyway, it's irrelevant how long they're with each other. They're living with each other. They're serious. And he comes home, and he's always suggested, and he said to me that at the start of the relationship, when they started living together now, he was like actually getting excited coming home because, first of all, he loves her, he said. And second of all, he knows that he's a good cook. And thirdly, his girlfriend would love that, that she can relax and take it easy. And he thought that, it would impress her more. God love the guy, for fuck's sake. That's nice, like, that's nice. And she can relax, take it easy. So, like, he was coming home, I think, what did he say to me? He said he felt like he was so excited bringing this up with his girlfriend that it was like Santa coming and waiting to see your kids' reaction when they see the presents under the tree. You just can't wait to see, So he was very excited. Anyway, so the first time it comes up, she starts to kind of like attack him, and she's bullying him, and she basically was saying, who the fuck do you think you are? Do you think you're some big fucking high Gordon Ramsay chef? And he's like, what? And he basically came home with, what did he say? 2 steaks and veg and whatever. And she's like, what are you doing? This is my area. So he was like, no, honey, I'm going to cook for you. And then she fucking went fucking psychoville. Right? And she goes, this is my area. You're not going to upset me, and you're not going to take over here. And he was like, whoa, hang on a second. What do you mean about taking over? What, have you been? And he said that he actually started laughing in a nice way. So I'm like, honey, have you been smoking something? And like, you're right. And she goes, how fucking dare you? So basically, I think we've all been in this situation. Well, I have anyway. Jesus, that a certain situation can be so surprising or so bizarre that you don't know what to do in the moment, and it's only then when you have the time after the moment that you go, holy shit, yeah, I should have done this, I should have done that. I mean, hindsight's great, isn't it? So he was saying that he kept going anyway, and, he said, look, okay, maybe I'll bring her back. Maybe she just had a shitty day. So I think, did he say he was after work one night, he brings home more steaks, right? Even fresher, because you know what? He doesn't want to use the other food. It's not going to be as fresh. And then he tried to actually sit down and have a chat to her. They had a major problem. He ended up sleeping on the fucking couch because she was being a bitch, right? And take it from me, ladies. If your boyfriend wants to cook for you, what the fuck is the problem? He doesn't want to try and overpower you. Now, listen, maybe he's trying to overpower you in other areas of your relationship, right? Okay? Excuse me. So maybe that's creeping in and leaking into your relationship here. That, oh, here we go again. He wants to control me. Right? Maybe it is. So, like, ladies, Jesus Christ, if the man wants to cook, let him cook. And sort your other controlling issues out after that. Okay? Let him be a man. Let you be a woman. You know? If you want to act like a queen or princess for the night, fucking why not? He's offering to cook. And, even better, he's a good cook. Jesus Christ. You know? Like, I actually like cooking, guys. I love cooking. Like, I'm not, Gordon Ramsay fucking level. Or I don't have that much of a passion, but I do enjoy cooking my steak and veg every night. Putting on the herbs and spices. But you know something? If I had a girlfriend right now and she was an amazing cook, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. Who gives a shit about my steak? This steak is unreal. You know? So, now, unfortunately, guys, we don't have an update with this, but hey. Doesn't matter, does it, anyway? Okay, coming in at number 3. Here we go. Girlfriend flirts with waiter by winking at him. Now, this really got to me, I have to say, because this actually happened to me before. Very, very similar situation. So this guy's in a restaurant with his girlfriend, and your man, the guy, he's telling me about it, and they're getting the menus. The guy takes away the menus after ordering the food. You're giving the menu back to the waiter, and you're looking at him, oh, thank you very much. And she gives him a wink right in front of the boyfriend. And it was and he said it was a nice wink. As I'm like, you're cute, hot. And he was like, what's that all about? And then she turned on him. Oh, would you stop with your... Oh, God, here we go again now. You and your jealousy. Right? Now she's looking at him like he's a fucking psycho, jealous, bitter, whatever you want to call it, right? Well, hang on a second. You've just teed him up. And you know what? Yes, lady, you did win your little tiny, pathetic little victory on this one. Okay? So you did get him jealous and annoyed. Or maybe, do you know what? Maybe the guy wasn't even jealous. I don't know about that exactly. But he was definitely fucking hurt and upset about it. I guarantee he was feeling a little hurt. You know? You like a guy over him, and even worse, you're doing it in front of him just to, like, that's the real dig in. That's the final knife twisted into your stomach there to finish you off. I'm going to do it in front of my boyfriend to fuck with him, to show him that you're nothing, and some guy that she doesn't know is more valuable, because you're actually taking that risk of having a huge fight, but yet you still take the risk of giving the wink to the guy. Like, guys, if you ever look at it that way, like, there's a risk if you flirt. If you're a guy or girl, like, if I'm going out tonight and I've got a girlfriend, if I decide to flirt with another girl in front of my girlfriend, I'm running a risk here. Okay? Now, I wonder, does anybody ever look at it this way? I don't think you do. What you're doing is you're expecting a reaction, you're hoping for a reaction, and if you get it, bang, you win. Oh, well done. Well done. You're just really setting your whole relationship up for a fantastic, happy ending here. Right? Now, even if you win and you make your boyfriend or girlfriend jealous in this scenario, you will have a fucking price to pay, because no matter what's going to happen, either your boyfriend's going to resent you, he's going to be pissed, he might actually go off and flirt with the next girl around you, and I can guarantee that the people that do this shit are the people that absolutely fold and crack like little wimps every fucking time. And you're going to be crying and bitching that you're the little victim, whether you're a man or woman, you know? So you're going to pay a price for this no matter what. So I hope that, gets through to some of these people that are doing these ridiculous games. Now, by the way, let's just check in with the single people. Guys, I hope that you're feeling a lot better now already. And I haven't even finished. Okay, I'm only getting started here. All right. So, like, Jesus Christ, flirting with the guy, winking at him. Jesus, I mean, it's just... Oh, God. My heart went out to this guy. Really did. Heart went out to this fella. So, Anyway, that's another one. Number 2. Ooh, now this I cannot relate to, but I kind of can. Okay. I can't relate to it in terms of the actual problem. Bear with me. Lady finds gay porn on boyfriend's computer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, oh dear God. Like, I can relate to it where, if I did have an ex-girlfriend that she saw my history of porn, right? But not gay porn. But oh Lord, that's not good. That's not fucking good. And I'm sorry to kind of have a bit of a joke about it, but it kind of is funny, a little bit. But Jesus Christ, like that could happen to a man too. Woman has lesbian porn on her phone. Now, of course, some men would be turned on by this, but I guarantee you guys, I went out with a lesbian who pretended she was full of shit. She pretended that she was bisexual, and 10 minutes later she was straight. Like, literally told me that she was bisexual, and then literally said to me that she was straight. So anyway, I know the fullest shit people out there, and they're hiding behind all sorts of curtains, whatever you want to call it, right? And this poor woman, she finds gay porn. Well, look, ladies and gents, if you ever get into the situation where this happens, believe me, it happens. Like, I can relate to this. It happened to me. There's plenty of gay people out there that are pretending to be either bisexual or straight. This happens every fucking day of the week. And it's funny, guys, because I went through something like this before, right? And it's weird that, like, do you know the way you go into a relationship and then something happens, and then after the relationship you can spot that issue in the other person? Example, I can spot a lot of times, not all the time, I can spot when a girl and a guy are going out with each other and one of them is gay. I can spot it right now. 100%. No question, I can see it. Now, there's some people out there that are very good actors and actresses, right? That you wouldn't even think about it. But if I get a sniff of something's wrong here, there's a gay radar, I know instantly. So I think we all kind of sharpen our skills to that degree, so I could be good on that. So I can have a good sense on that, but then other person could be sensing that this person cheats, or you know what I mean. You get where I'm coming from. So, like, believe me, guys, what I'm saying here is that this shit happens all the time. I see it every fucking week. I wouldn't say every day, but I see it every week. There's so many people that are in the closet still to this day, and I just don't understand why. Who are you afraid of? Is it your parents? I understand, Jesus, they could be race, like that poor girl, the dad's a racist, right? Like, maybe your parents are have a thing about gays, a thing about lesbians, right? And you've been around that all your life, but Jesus Christ, it's time to step out of the closet and be who you are. Fuck them. Fuck them. Because at least you know where you stand. Right? You're in the closet because you don't know where you're going to stand, and that constant fear is always there. You're there for a reason. You're in the closet for a reason, based on fear. So why don't you just get it over and done with, peel off the fucking Band-Aid, be who... You'll feel better about yourself, being yourself, and having people not talk to you anymore because you're gay, than being in the closet. Seriously, because you're being true to you. You've got to answer to you every single day. Now, listen, by the way, that's great words of wisdom here for me. I mean, I have to be better at this shit, I could be lying to myself at certain degrees when it comes to my own faults or God knows what, right? Whatever it is. But, it's something that we all have to be observant about, self-aware. So, guys, Jesus, I hope... Gay porn on the boyfriend's computer. Fuck me. Well, I can tell you this, guys. If you are in this situation and you're a guy who you think your girl is gay, or other way around, you're a woman who thinks your boyfriend's gay. Well, listen, let me tell you this. There's no straight... Ladies, this is an absolute fact in this world. Like death and taxes. This is a fact. There is no straight man on this planet that enjoys to fuck another man or enjoys watching gay porn. Okay? Now, he might call himself bisexual, and I don't believe in this bullshit bisexuality, okay? I'm sure there is some that actually like both. Fair enough. But I'm just saying in general, most people are bisexual these days, quote. What they're really saying, most of them, is that they're fucking gay. And that's it. They're gay. Alright? But anyway, I can tell you this for a fact, ladies. If you've got a boyfriend like this, we don't watch gay porn. Okay? We're not even remotely interested. In fact, like, look, I've watched porn just like every other single man on this planet. And sometimes you might put in a search, let's say, okay? And you click on a video and all of a sudden you click the wrong video and it's two guys getting it on, right? Believe me, ladies, if you're straight like if a man's straight like I am, you're going to instantly go, oh Jesus Christ, like you've got your eyes closed, you're like, oh la 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 la. Headphones. In fact, you want to go back in time to just delete the last 2 seconds. Okay? Now, by the way, guys, I have no issues with people being gay. Not at all. Nope, not at all. It's just not my preference. Not my preference. But I just don't like it, right? So, the thing is, if he is gay, ladies, well, he ain't gonna be coming back. Because he's in there. This is who he is. And I'm sorry that if anybody has this problem, I can completely relate to you. It's horrible. It's horrible. The only comfort you have is that even if they have another boyfriend or girlfriend next, right? Or what I mean is, in other words, if you are like this girl and your boyfriend has gay porn, he's fucking gay. Okay? Or he's fucking bisexual, whichever one it is, whatever he calls himself, but he's not fully straight. I can tell you that for a certainty. Absolute 100 trillion% fact. He ain't coming back. And I'm sorry to hear that. Because it does suck. It really does. And take comfort that if you think or finally that your boyfriend or girlfriend's gay, if they keep carrying on with this wonderful bullshit act that they're continuing on with, well, at least you've got one thing. The next boyfriend or girlfriend that they have next, because they're hiding in the closet, they've no feelings towards them. Okay? Just like my ex, she had no feelings towards me. She didn't like me at all. In fact, she hates men. Completely hated men. And she didn't like me. She said, right, she thought it was funny, and I think, actually, I think that's the only reason why she was with me, because it was funny. That was it. Full stop. She wasn't attracted to me. She flinched every time I, almost touch her, So, I know I'm going on with this a lot, but shit, man, I think I can seriously relate to this one. So, my heart goes out to you guys, and I'm sorry if you are in this situation. So, single people, how you doing? Because these horror stories must be making you feel a hell of a lot better. Fucking hell. So let's go back. Top trump. The top trump. This ticks a lot of boxes for me. Lack of respect. Cheating. I don't give a fuck about my boyfriend or girlfriend. This number one on the top step of the podium. And what is it? I'm calling it what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So let me give you this one. So this guy has a girlfriend. And the girlfriend decides to jet off with her girls to Vegas for 5 nights. 5 days and 5 nights. So as she's over there, the boyfriend texts her and he says, so, whatever. Hey, honey, how you doing? Or how was last night? So she responds and she says, hey, honey, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Now, at this stage, he literally said he took it as a joke. He went, ha ha ha. Or he thought one of her friends is fake texting. Okay? So then, he said that the conversation was kind of drying up a little bit. And he went, okay, what's going on now? He did say, right, that, is she giving me the fuck off? Or what the hell's going on? It did plant the seed now when she started to get really quiet. Then he said he did bank his money on, okay, fuck, maybe she's lost her phone or her friends are completely fucking with her. So she gets back, I think he said 2 days later. So he called over to the house, surprised her by calling over to the house, and they had the conversation. And he went straight into it and he goes, so look, what's the story with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? She goes, well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And he goes, what? Oh, so hang on a second. So you, okay, so first of all, I just want to do an elimination here. That was you texting me, so, right? That was not a friend, no? No, that was me. Okay, so now we've established it's you. Okay, so what do you mean what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? In fact, did he say, I think I know exactly what that means, but I want you to tell me. Well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And she apparently had a big smile on her face, and then he actually had a big fight with her and dumped her. Now, to me, this is number one on the top step. Maybe you guys think different, but this just sums up a narcissist, somebody who doesn't give a fuck. Now, before you jump in, guys, in your heads, maybe there's a lot more to the story, right? Maybe this guy's been cheating on her. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck himself. But you know what happens? Why would you keep... You see, this is where I doubt that that's the story, because why would you stay with the boyfriend if he's that much of a see you next Tuesday, right? You'd just dump the guy. Okay? You wouldn't hold on to get your revenge unless the guy shot your parents, your dog, God knows what, but I just can't see how that could happen. Right? Now, maybe he is a complete see you next Tuesday, but you know something? She's right down there with him now. Now, she's just as fucking bad. Now, that's if he was the asshole. Now, let's take that out of the equation. Let's say she's the asshole. Well, she's doing a really good job of that. Holy shit. And what I love, not what I love about this is, what fucking is I'm amazed by is the fact that she clearly doesn't give a fuck about the guy. And you know what? There's obviously a part of her that's broken, right? Maybe it's over him or over somebody else or her parents or whatever, because there's a part of her that does actually really care and is affected by this. Because if you're dating somebody or you're going out with somebody and you actually, like, think about this, guys. Have you ever dated somebody or gone out with somebody you've completely and utterly lost any attraction to? You think they're either a horrible person or you just don't like them anymore, right? If you ever get to that stage, the last thing you do is be an asshole to the other person. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, you don't be an asshole because, first of all, you've no problem with the person anymore because you've no problem. And the last thing you want to do is look like an asshole. In fact, if anything, you might overcompensate because you don't want to come across as the asshole. Do you know what I mean? So, like, this fucking girl, no respect. She barely texted him when she was away. Kept him hanging. That's one unbelievable, horrible thing to do to somebody. Then she actually says, yeah, that was me. Horrible. And number 3, she laughs. Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus Christ. I understand we've all had a bad time in coronavirus, but who gives a shit? There's no excuse for this bollocks, you know? So, guys, that was my top 5 for now, for the last few months. And actually, God, my camera's going a bit shaky. I don't know what's going on. Like my camera stand is getting... I must check that out in a sec. So, there you go. Single people out there. What do you think of that? You see, guys, I hope this does actually really help you guys, the single people out there. You know? And remember, like, if anything, I'm going against what I normally do, trying to help people out. Right? Like, I genuinely want people to be happy and find somebody and help them. You know? And if anything, I shouldn't even be saying what I'm saying. You know, it's okay to be single. No, but I'm not trying to sell you or make money from you. I literally want you guys to meet somebody. Everybody could be happier, you know? But guys, if you are single out there, fuck me, listen to this 50 times. Listen to it 100 times. Listen to the one time, whatever. You know? Remind yourself. I mean, these are, by the way, guys, the single people out there, these are just 5 videos out of hundreds, right? Now, you mightn't think they're that bad, or you might think they're horrendous. I don't know where you're sitting with them, okay? I don't. But you know, and maybe out of the hundreds, maybe there is worse videos. But for me, they ticked a lot of boxes. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, your girlfriend shot your parents or your dog, right? It's what's the underlying current, you know, the disrespect, the revenge. That's what creeps me out when it comes to these type of stories, you know? And the warning, the big red flag, like our lady here, excuse me, who doesn't want her boyfriend to be cooking, right? If she's going to be like that over cooking, what else is she going to be fucking like with anything else? Like, that scares me for that guy, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that was helpful to all the single people out there. I really do, guys. If you are lonely and miserable, well, hey, look, if you're the richest man in the world, and you're a celebrity, let's say, huge advantage, everybody knows you, you have got all the money in the world, but then there's a disadvantage. Everybody knows you. And the chances are you mightn't be able to go out in public, or you might get abuse when you go out in public. Second of all, you're going to have a lot of people all of a sudden quote new best friends because you've got loads of money. Now, how do you think that's going to make you feel? Right? Now, if you've got a relationship, there's a lot of, sometimes there can be a lot of pressure, right? Or you can have a big fight with your girlfriend or boyfriend, or, you know, they're having a horrendously bad day, but you've had a really good day. And the worst thing is you come home and, you know, you want to celebrate with your girlfriend or boyfriend, but all of a sudden they had a shit day and you're like, oh, fuck. You know? Will you be there for them? Of course, I hope that a lot of people would. You know? And I'm sure most people would. But there's pros and cons, guys. You have to remind yourself. Don't get too wallowing in self-pity or dwelling on, I have nobody, this and fucking that. Really? Do you really think that there's so many great marriages out there? There isn't there? Bollocks. Let me tell you. Okay? And I'm coming from a child that's seen all this, guys. Okay? I've seen all this happen. So, you know, take it easy. You can go out for your Sunday morning stroll in peace. You know, like, where are you going? Right? All this bullshit. You know? Why are you going? Can you get me something? Or even when you're on your walk, you know, your boyfriend, hey, can you pick me up the fucking paper there? Will you go back there and get my fucking cigarettes, girl? Will you? Oh, fuck's sake. Or, you know, you come home from your walk and all of a sudden your boyfriend's going, did you get my cigarettes? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I've completely fucking forgot. And you could have. And all of a sudden he's in a fucking mood for the rest of the day because you didn't get his fags and he's going to go down to the cigarette shop now to get them himself. You know? Because thanks to you, bitch. You know? So, you know, guys, like, it'd be great to have a relationship, but I just want, because, look, I'm not trying to bitch and moan about relationships here, guys. I'm not. The reason why I wanted to do this video today in the first place is simply because in the last couple of weeks, there's been some just real doom and gloom. You know, so many people are miserable that they don't have somebody. So I hope this helps, guys. I love you all for listening. Godspeed to you all. And I'll be back again very soon. So, guys, if it's the weekend, have a good one. Have a few drinks. Celebrate your fucking single. All right? Celebrate it. Cheers, guys.